Greetings, family, and once again, welcome to Live with Shatufa. We are meeting once again as we continue to discuss on issues that are pertaining to our nation as well as our neighboring countries. We saw a video yesterday of a man, a commander who assaulted a woman during the time of Chapo'S inauguration. And they really were very tough on her, and it really angered a lot of Mozambicans. So following that development, women protest at the commander's house who assaulted a woman at Chapo'S inauguration. So we have seen women, Mozambican women in their numbers, who went to protest at the house of this man. And I want to say something here about this thing that I've seen in Mozambique. We have realized that Mozambicans seem to know every place, everywhere, where everyone stays. We've heard last time of the police, about 3 police guys who ran over the lady. If you still remember that video of the lady who was run over by a car, it looked like a police or military car during that time. And the following day, we had reports that 3 of those police guys were killed by the people. And people of Mozambique are so good at identifying an individual and even being able to attach them to their place of residence, and they will go there. Because, when you are now alone, you cannot do what you do when you are in the crowd there. So that is one thing that I think is very, very powerful, because once somebody is alone, they are vulnerable. But when you go after them when they are alone, there's no way that they can defend themselves against the masses. So the women went to this commander's house and they protested at that house. And one funny thing that happened is that the children of that commander are said to have come out armed. And it's quite surprising that, we have some people that don't see the oppression, who don't see the hardship, who don't see that, these liberation parties have failed. This very commander, his life can be better if Mozambique has leaders that are not corrupt, that can work for the betterment of the country. He can have a better life. He can have a better salary. But I don't know what happens with people. So here, the report says women gathered outside the residence of Commander Jaime Zaki Fernando of the Rapid Intervention Unit, protesting in his assault on a woman in Maputo on January 15, 2025. Shockingly, the commander's children allegedly emerged armed with AK-47s and violently attacked the protesters. Just imagine. Who does that? Who does that? And this is why we are saying that some of these people that are in the security forces, they forget that this is just a job. A job that one day you will find yourself out. A job one day that you are going to retire from. A day that one day you can get sick and you can't do that job anymore. And don't think that the government will crumble because you have failed to continue to do your duties. The government will go on and on. There's nobody who will stop that government. And they will never even think about you. And yet you want to defend this with your own life to the point of having even your children, violently attacking protesters. What about if those protesters could be also armed or could be able to apprehend these guys and catch them? They can be killed for nothing. And this is very sad. So this is a video of what was happening at the house of the commander of that unit.
Nós saíamos, mas não era o filho, o primeiro filho, a conta é o filho dele. Ainda nós perseguimos a ele. Fomos à casa dele. Chegamos à casa dele. O outro filho saiu com a capa para ele. Segue mesmo, todos os policiais têm que capa para ele em casa. Para matar o policial.
Vamos matar.
Naquela casa, família. Ele não vai matar a pessoa. Vamos matar uma desconhecida. A mulher o que ele passa em casa? Passa violência? Não tem porquê. Se eles são polícia, como homem, porque a polícia tem que matar as mulheres? Se eles vão matar a população? Por quê? Por quê?
Saturnino Martins, é assim que se reuniram essas mulheres também.
Right, so that is what has been happening there. And it seems the women were really, really angry with the situation that was on the ground. So what we continue to say is that these guys that are in the security forces must remember that they are also citizens. You are just ordinary citizens like everyone. This is a job that you got into, and you're not dying in that job. And you also have relatives that are out there who are not benefiting maybe as much as you could be benefiting, because you can't be taking care of all your relatives because you are just a commander or a boss of police. You can't get all of your relatives to have what they want in terms of their livelihood. So it's better to have a country that works good for everyone, a country that benefits everyone. Not this selfishness of wanting to eat while you are belonging to a very small clique, and yet whatever that you are getting, you can't feed your whole clan or your whole family back there at home. So a country that just works for everyone is what is needed. So we continue to appeal to the people that are in the military, in the police, CIO, whatever that it is, that let's remember that we are all Zimbabweans to begin with. Before we can think of our jobs or whatever, let's remember that we are Zimbabweans. You are just like a nurse or a teacher that is also entered into a profession or a job. But that does not remove you from being an ordinary citizen who has rights, who should also stand with the citizens. A better Zimbabwe works for everyone. A better Zimbabwe will also take away the pressure from you who are working, because all of your relatives will be looking at you. But you can't be able to do it. Like in Zimbabwe, where even those civil servants are failing to send their own children to school. They are failing to feed their own children. Why should you protect Mnangagwa if he's making life so difficult for even those that are working? What more those that are not? What will happen? So let's remember we are all citizens. We are all Zimbabweans. Let's remember that this is just a job. You need to go back to your community. You need to be accepted by your people back. And people quickly forget that, and which is quite very unfortunate. So we will continue to watch what is happening in Mozambique, and we will continue to be giving you updates of what is happening. We continue to say, Aluta continua Mozambique. God is in it, and freedom is coming.